What is going on, YouTube? It is your boy MotoJack, and today we are going to be teaching you how to ride a motorcycle in under 5 minutes, and we're gonna make it easy. Let's go. You're a subscriber already, you're morbidly curious about how I'm going to explain this, or you are in a pinch. You need to learn how to ride a motorcycle ASAP. Maybe you're on your way to the MSF course, maybe you just bought a bike, maybe you need to impress someone and you are shaking in your boots. We're going to make it easy, we're going to make it nice and simple. What I want you to do, we're going to call out a few key components of a motorcycle. Those are the ones that you're going to need to remember because you're going to be using them. On the left hand side, we're going to look down. In the middle, you have your shift lever. That's this thing right here. On most bikes, it's going to be down to 1, gear number 1, and up through neutral to 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and maybe even 6th. On the front, you're going to have your clutch. If you've driven a manual transmission, you're already way ahead of the game. You already know what a clutch is. You know how to use it. You know when to use it. On a bike, it's no different. And if you haven't, that's okay. We're going to get there. So you have your clutch lever. You have your shift lever. We're going to come to the other side. And this is where all the fast and slow happens. On the back, you have your rear brake. That's this little peg right there. That's going to control the brake on the rear side. On the front, same just like the clutch lever. It's your front brake. Power. All the power right here. Your throttle is right here. You see how this side spins, opening up the throttle, closing the throttle, opening, closing. Easy. On this side, this one doesn't move at all. Stationary. So once again, shifting, clutch, brake, throttle, brake. That's it. Those are the controls, right? No, it can't be that simple. It is. What you're going to do when you're looking at your bike, you're going to split your body in half. Okay, so on the left hand side of the bike, we have everything that shifts gears. Clutch lever to shift, left foot to shift gear. On the right hand side, it's everything that controls your speed. We're either stopping or going with everything on the right hand side. So left foot, left hand, shift. Right foot and right hand, how fast or how slow we're going. All right, perfect, great. Now we're ready, we're already ready to get on. When you go to get on the motorcycle, you're reaching across, you're grabbing that brake. We don't want the front to move. We're gonna grab that front brake, swing our leg over, and just stand it up. It's nice and easy, right? We're stood up, we're holding that brake. We're gonna undo the kickstand, you can see right there, boom, kick the kickstand up, and voila, we're sitting on the motorcycle. Now, this may be very, very daunting, right? But again, we're in a pinch, we need to make this happen. So, looking at the bike, we've split our body in half, shifting, speed, right? So over here, shift, over here, speed. Let's turn it on. We're going to find the key. Ta-da! We have a key. The key goes in, and before we do anything to actually start the engine, we're just going to click the key onto power mode. You're going to see the display light up, and the one thing that we're looking for is that right there. That little N, or the little N that's lit up, or some sort of light that's going to indicate that we are in neutral. And again, if you've never driven a manual transmission, you're like, what is happening? Neutral is where the engine is not engaged, right? We're not connected. The gear, we can roll this bike forward and backwards. We're not in gear. That's what the N stands for. That's when you're going to start your motorcycle. You're going to start your motorcycle in neutral. How do we do that? Over here on the right-hand side, you have what's called the kill switch. With this kill switch off, the power button does not work. You can see that, right? Boom, not working. We're going to flip the kill switch down, and looking at the motorcycle, neutral, making sure it's in neutral, we're going to start the bike. It's on. It's that simple. We're already halfway there. We're about to get moving. The one thing that you need to remember, as daunting as this may be, is that the motorcycle will not fall over if it's moving forward. So you're thinking, oh no, what am I going to do? When I get going, it's going to tip over. I'm scared. What do I do? Well, the easy answer is we need to get the bike moving forward. As soon as the bike goes forward, it's going to want to stay up. A motorcycle will actually go down the road if it's kept under power, completely riderless. You can fall off and it's going to go straight up and down for a while. So don't worry about falling off. As long as we're giving it power, we're going forward. The next thing, we're going to just check the throttle just a little bit. You want to feel and see what the little increments due to your RPMs. Now, what are RPMs? Don't worry about it. We're learning how to ride a motorcycle in a pinch, which means that we're going to be giving it just a little bit of gas to get it started and get moving. Now, how do we get it moving? Well, you got to engage the gear. We got to get it into first gear. That's where our clutch lever comes in. So we're going to lean forward, both hands firmly on the handlebars, right? Left hand, we're going to pull the clutch in all the way, and with our left foot, push it down into first gear, right? We're in first, we're ready to go. Now if I were to just let this out all the way, oh no, I stalled. Don't worry about it. That's okay. That's probably going to happen the first couple times. We're going to pop it right back up into neutral, pull the clutch lever in, put it into neutral, and we're going to start over. Now, once I put it into first gear, instead of just letting go of that clutch lever, I'm going to let it out slowly. You're going to notice immediately the bike wants to start pulling forward. If I pull it back in, stops. What we're doing is we're engaging the engine. We're actually making the bike think, hey, time to move forward, right? So if I start to let the lever out, here I go, I'm starting to move, great. All we're gonna do is now we're gonna add a little bit of throttle as we start to let it out, and we're gonna start rolling forward. Now I've picked my feet completely up off the ground and I'm only going 5-6 miles an hour. Look at that. Congratulations, you're riding a motorcycle. Now from here, it is gonna advance, it's gonna jump up in intensity, but if you were in a pinch and you had to ride this thing home, we're already on the way, right? So with our hands firmly on the grips, we're already out of the friction zone. We're out of that little buffer zone that you saw as you're leaving the clutch out and the bike wanting to engage into gear. We're already out of there. We're already moving, and we're just going to continue to slowly, gradually add throttle and start to speed up. Remembering that if the bike is moving forward, we're not going to fall over, which means that at this speed of 30 miles an hour, I could then start to turn the handlebars. We're just turning the handlebars just slightly, and you can see how the bike is responding. And again, congratulations, you're riding. The only thing you need to do now is shift up. So just like we put it down into first, we're going to shift it up into second, and you do that the same way as we put it into first. We're going to pull the clutch in, up shift into second, you can see there it went, and then we're going to slowly let the clutch out, give it the gas again, and we're moving. And that's it. You're doing it. It was literally that simple. Congratulations, you're riding a motorcycle, and I hope that whatever situation you're in, I hope that you get out of it nice and easy. And if you like this kind of stuff, more satirical and fun type of motorcycle content, don't forget to hit the like, the subscribe, do the things, leave a comment, let me know how this worked for you in your situation. And if you think I missed anything in my absolute blast through learning, let me know. Until next time, be safe.